O mankind, indeed we have created you from a male and a female, and we have made you into tribes and clans. Why? In order that you get to know one another. Indeed, the most honorable, the best of you in the sight of the Almighty Lord is the one that has more taqwa. More taqwa. Indeed, Allah is all wise, all aware. You can see the best of us. Who is the best of us? The one that has more taqwa. She could be a lady. He could be a man. So what we should reflect upon is to achieve the best of taqwa. Dear sister, dear mother, dear daughter, we call you red rose of Islam. You are not only liberated, respected, dignified in Islam, but you are also a great member, of the great nation of Islam. The greatest nation produced for mankind. No other nation produced women like the nation of Islam. A nation of guidance, leading humanity to righteousness and truth, transforming man from the worship of slaves to the worship of the Lord of slaves. Your ancestors, the female companions, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum, great women of Islam. They are one of the main reasons for this great nation to find its great place among all nations. They were the counterparts of their men, courageous, strong, thoughtful, and they were willing to sacrifice anything and everything in the path of truth. These selfless, noble female creatures were found on the battlefields. Not on the back of the battle, not in the middle, but wallahi in the foremost ranks of the battlefield. In the foremost ranks. And there are many examples of such zeal and determination. In the battle of Uhud, when only a few devoted fighters remained, because it was getting too critical, too scary, too fierce. So a lot of companions withdrew from the field. Only a few remained in the intense fighting. A lady, a female companion by the name of Ammara, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. She shielded Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, not of her shield, not of her sword, but with her flesh. This is a lady, female companion. She shielded her beloved teacher sallallahu alayhi wasallam with her flesh and warded off the enemy with her sword. Maybe we cannot even carry that sword today. She held it strongly and warded them off, kept them away from Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahu Akbar. Just a female companion. A female. We call them inferior? A'udhu billah. They put us to shame. Wallahi, they put us to shame today if you listen to the history of those female companions. In the battle against Musaylamatul Kadhab, she fought so courageously that she lost an arm and suffered more than 12 wounds to the body. A female. And killed many of the enemies. Khawla, Juwayriyya, Safiya, Asma, Aisha, Hakim, Hind. Wallahi, all displayed extraordinary valor when they accompanied Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam in his military expeditions. Many of them, female companions, were memorizers of the Quran. How many do we memorize? How much have we memorized? We think we're big shots when we memorize half of Juz' Amma. I know 15 surah, any surah has about 2 verses. I know 16 surah. And you try to sort of, be boastful about it. Many of the female companions not memorize only Juz Amma, they memorize the whole of the Quran. Hafsa bint Umar, Aisha bint Abi Bakr, Salama, Waraka, Hisham, Hind bint Usayd, and many more female companions memorized the whole Quran. As for Aisha and Salama, they were exceptional masters of interpretation and commentary of the Quran. In the Islamic jurisprudence, Aisha's her verdicts could fill several volumes. And she was so well versed in the Islamic inheritance that the most renowned and respected companions, male companions, will come and ask her and consult her and seek advice and counsel from her in the finer points of Sharia. In the finer points. She wasn't a male, she was a female. A learned, courageous, thoughtful, strong lady of Islam. An example from the time she lived to the last second of this earth. And there are many examples of many female Muslims, past and present, that fulfill their obligations towards their Lord. And then when you see some girls today, I'm talking about our girls, our daughters, you see on their wall when you go to their homes, actresses and athletes. Actresses and athletes who are nothing but druggos in reality. And they're on their wall, pinned on their wall. Sisters, brothers, let your daughter, let your wife, let your mother, let your sister pin up posters, not on the wall, on their hearts, of Aisha, of Ummara, of Safiya, of Salama, Waraka, and their likes, on their hearts. Meaning, let their lives be their role models. Let it penetrate through their souls and be engraved on their souls. This is the way we should be teaching our sisters. Stories of such people. Allahu Akbar. They're not males, they're females. Out there again, there are the critics. There are people who claim, who say, who fabricate that a Muslim woman is degenerated, disparaged, is abused and accused, oppressed and suppressed, is looked down at, downtrodden, is even considered by the Muslim man as an evil person. A'udhu billah. A woman has received so much attention in Islam that the Almighty Lord revealed a whole surah in the glorious word of His called Surah An-Nisa. I don't see anywhere else Surah Al-Rijal. There's no Surah Al-Rijal in the Quran, but there's Surah An-Nisa. Allahu Akbar. The chapter of woman, specifically relating to her law, her rights, her principles. In Islam, a woman is a mother, a daughter, a wife, a sister that has rights to take and duties to serve. This is why Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ordered the nation of his to take extreme good care of women and to respect her highly. I don't see anywhere where he says to man, respect the man, but respect the woman and take good care of her. Why? Because she is the source of happiness for her husband. And she is a soft, tender, loving mother to her children. This is the reason why the Almighty Lord ordered her, not out of oppression, but out of protection and safety, ordered her to cover herself and thus remain as much as possible in her